Who is your real-life superhero? My dad was never the type to talk about feelings. He communicated in actions, fixing what was broken, showing up when needed, standing firm when everything else seemed uncertain. The kind of man who'd drive 3 hours in a snowstorm just to jump your car battery without making you feel foolish for forgetting to turn off your lights. I never fully appreciated this until I was 27, drowning in a life I'd built on quicksand. My startup had failed spectacularly, taking my savings, my apartment, and my relationship down with it. The shame was crushing. I'd been so certain I knew better than everyone, especially my play-it-safe father, who'd warned me about moving too fast. "You don't understand modern business," I'd told him dismissively. "The old rules don't apply anymore." Now here I was, sleeping on a friend's couch, dodging calls from creditors, and contemplating which bridge might offer the most peaceful view for my final moments. I hadn't spoken to my family in months, too ashamed to admit how completely I'd failed. One Tuesday morning, I woke to knocking. When I opened the door, Dad stood there, looking older than I remembered, a duffel bag slung over his shoulder. "Your mother's worried," he said simply. No lecture. No, I told you so. I broke down right there in the doorway. I messed up everything. He just nodded, set down his bag, and said, "Let's make some coffee." For the next 2 weeks, Dad stayed. He didn't fix my problems with his checkbook, though I later learned he could have. Instead, he got up each morning at 5:30, made coffee, and sat with me at the tiny kitchen table. "Today, we're going to make 3 calls," he'd say. "Just 3. That's manageable." He sat silently beside me as I negotiated with creditors, his presence somehow making me braver. When I'd finish a difficult call, he'd nod and say, "That's one. Good work." In the afternoons, we'd walk the city for hours. He never pushed me to talk, but somehow between the second and third mile each day, words would start spilling out. My fears, my shame, my uncertainty about the future. "Did you ever fail at anything, Dad?" I asked one day. He laughed. "Son, I've failed at so many things I could write a book. But you know what? The ground's still there when you fall. You just have to get back up." The night before he left, we sat on my friend's balcony, watching the city lights. "I don't know how to start over," I admitted. Dad was quiet for a long moment. "You don't start over," he finally said. "You just start from where you are." The next morning, he hugged me goodbye. "Call your mother tomorrow," he said. "And remember, one foot in front of the other." It took 2 years to rebuild my life, finding work, repaying debts, regaining confidence. Dad never mentioned those 2 weeks again, but they changed everything. Last month, my daughter was born. Holding her, I suddenly understood the quiet strength it takes to be someone's safety net without making them feel small for needing one. "What are you thinking?" my wife asked, watching me rock our daughter. "I'm thinking about superheroes," I said, "the real ones." That night, I called Dad. "Thank you," I said when he answered. "For what?" "For showing up when I needed you most." He cleared his throat. "That's not heroics, son. That's just being a father."